Magic does exist. It was found long ago inside a crashed alien ship.
Expose Evil here. Like, share, subscribe. Now, it's so obvious what they're depicting here. You know, we have over and over in our society, we have been fed in movies and entertainment that aliens exist, that we're always seeing them being depicted as crashing to Earth. And that's what I basically put together. I got a compilation of a bunch of things. Music videos, movies, movie clips like I was showing. Even got a commercial in there showing you that this is a recurring idea that they're showing us. Either aliens falling, monsters falling, even clowns falling, like, It and killer clowns from outer space. I'm going to show all these clips. And then I don't know if people understand the Nephilim clown connection. So basically, we got different type of demons. Some demons might look like a gray alien, like Carly depicted here, which he called it was Lamb, and he said he summoned his demon and it wrote the book, The Law is for All for him, right? And this is what he drew. And this is what, what they say the gray aliens look like. So there's a connection there. It says right here, today they call them angels and demons. Tomorrow they will call them something else. Aliens, obviously, right?
A traveler from distant stars, escaped from a dying world looking for a way to extend his own life. His body decaying and weak, he couldn't prevent his own demise. Apparently his whole species was becoming extinct. He came to a world rich with life, where he encountered a primitive race, humans. A species which, with all his powers and knowledge, he could maintain indefinitely. He apparently found a young boy. It says, as the frightened villagers ran, night became day. Curious and without fear, he walked towards the light. Ra took him and possessed his body like some kind of a parasite.
So basically, demons have different looks. They're just, I guess, different types of demons, like reptilians, the alien-looking ones, clown-looking ones, Draconians, whatever different type of demons people know of or think of. Obviously, we bringing up the Nephilim. I got to mention the Book of Enoch describes the Watchers as angels who descended to earth and took human wives, leading to the birth of the Nephilim giants, who caused great corruption and violence.
It is I, conjurer of spirits, master of the dark arts. It is I, Merlin, the wizard.
Dragon is yours to command.
Yes, that would be just the thing.
This is something hidden. Society is very naive. This is all the, vintage magician posters of all the top magicians. They're showing you that demons are doing the magic for them.
Gosh, I have to make a wish. Send me an angel, the nicest one you have. Please.
I don't feel good. I don't really.
They showed me the past.
It's not a costume. It's skin and hair of a demon.
The sky, making circles in the morning sun, flying high in the sky till the day is done. I can't break away.
So after watching this scene, I couldn't help but notice that the phone booth, after appearing, right, let's say it appeared or it transformed or shapeshift, right, that the light was bright or it shined, and then we had the word phone. I said, hey, it came to mind, like, I wonder if that word is biblical. Let me check out the Strong's Lexicon. What do you know? It actually is in the Bible, right here in the Strong's Lexicon, Strong's Exhaustive Concordance, right? Voice, sound, tone, probably akin, right, to G5316, right? Probably akin to Phano or Phano, right? Thayer's Greek Lexicon, to shine, to make clear, of thunder. Then we go to Fano, right? Or Fano. To appear, to shine, to become visible, to be evident. Right? Because it shapeshifted, it transformed. It appears, it shines, to lighten. What do you know, right? They know exactly what they're doing. They're doing this in our face.
My life, I wanted to fly, but I don't have the wings, and I wonder why.
Now here we have Paradise Lost by Milton. He fell from heaven, they fable, thrown by angry Jove, sheer the crystal battlements from the morning to the noon. He fell from the noon to dewy evening, a summer's day, and with the setting sun, dropped from the zenith like a falling star.
A falling star!
For I beheld Satan, and he fell from heaven like lightning! I was lightning before the thunder.
Watch the lightning. Keep watching the lightning.
What is that?
That is them. They come down in capsules, riding the lightning into the ground.
It's them.
It's gone. Right? Did it fly over us?
No, they landed.
All of us. Wait. You're telling me there's a million Skrulls walking amongst us right now? Have you lost your reptilian ass mind?
This is apocalyptic. A great light will appear from the heavens, and the great dinosaur will gasp the breath of life.
A long time ago, we arrived on this planet after a very long journey. But a new order had arisen. I stole some of our precious Aurelia and gave it to my two favorites, Adam and Eve. The paradise was doomed.
Keep in mind, in the beginning, the Transformers, the last night, they gave Merlin the power of the dragon, right? The Nephilim gave him that. And it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast down to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Now, they literally gave him the power of the dragon, or the power of Satan, right? The adversary, the devil, the old serpent. And then we know from Genesis, Satan, before he tricked Eve, he wasn't a serpent. It sounded like he had legs. He could have been walking upright like a reptilian, or maybe he even was on all fours like some type of dinosaur, or a dragon like he's defined. And keep in mind, Satan means adversary. This is very important if people don't understand. Here in Isaiah 14:12, he says Lucifer instead of Satan, and they are not talking about the fall of Satan. They're actually, in this verse, they're talking about of the fall from the throne of a king of Babylon. So he says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? So you remember when the comet or the meteor fell in Bill and Ted's, right? And then it illuminated the sign that said phone, and phone means light or to shine, lighten, things that have to do with light, things that have to do with Lucifer. Because Lucifer is the son of the morning, or the morning star and the evening star. You see here, the shining one, right? The morning star, the planet Venus. That's another thing. I don't know if people understand that they call Venus Lucifer. This Venus has a cycle every day that it falls and it rises. In the morning, they call it the morning star. In the evening, when it falls down, they call it the evening star. So here is the cycle of Venus. This happens every 8 years. It causes this cycle or this pattern right here. This is where they get the pentacle, the 5-point star in the middle of a circle. And obviously the crescent moon here with the star, like you see in Wicca. Here it goes.
Now, these central objects are all the same geometric shape. They appear mechanical in nature. This is not a meteor shower, Marines.
August 9th, 2:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The HMS Churchill, outward bound. On board a joint British-American space team. Their mission, to intercept and study the comet bearing Dr. Edmund Halley's name.
So this is the Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop. Paganism, phallus worship, sun worship stems from Nimrod and his wife. His right, Semiramis, is no different than Venus, Astarte, Artemis, Diana, all the pagan goddesses, right? The mother goddess of witchcraft, the horn god of witchcraft, that's Nimrod, that's Baphomet. They're all the same characters. He proves it here perfectly. And also in Freemasonry, the history of Freemasonry, volume 1 by Albert Mackey, page 63, he says that Nimrod was the first Grand Master Mason. And they also have in New York, right, an oath to Nimrod. Now here, let me read this because this reminds me of the Mecca, the black stone they had there that they kiss and touch. That's at the Black Cube. They claim that it actually fell from the sky. So check it out. Astarte, traveling about the habited world, is said to have found a star falling through the air, which she took up and consecrated in the holy island of Tyre. Now, what is that story of the falling star? Is it just another version of the fall of Melkibur from heaven, or Nimrod from his high estate?
Some Muslims believe that the stone predates even Abraham and fell from the sky during the time of Adam and Eve. It's also said that at that time the stone was not black at all, but dazzling white.
So we can clearly see them circling the cube. Kaaba means cube. It's a black cube related to the black cube of Saturn. Look that up. And this is called the rite of circumambulation. If you look that up, it's a rite where people circle a sacred object to mimic the movements of the heavenly bodies. So basically, they're like circling Saturn as if they are the rings of Saturn. This is Morals and Dogma by Albert Pike, prepared for the Supreme Council of the 33rd degree of the Southern Jurisdiction of the United States. This is Freemason education literature. Don't let them tell you that this is incredible work. This is published by a Freemason publishing company. Now, see here, it says Lucifer, the light bearer. Strange and mysterious name to give to the spirit of darkness. Lucifer, the son of the morning. Is it he who bears the light, and with its splendors and intolerable blinds feeble, sensual and selfish souls? I doubt it. It says, doubt it not. Now, this is what they believe in the occult, or the New Age, or paganism. They believe man was at a higher consciousness, and that we fell, like Lucifer, or like Satan, and his angels being cast out of heaven. They believe it's all, stories. It's not a true history. But meanwhile, all of their practices match, and you can be traced back to King Nimrod of Babylon, like I said earlier. They even say it themselves. Washed up to this point, this is going to, some good information right here coming up. Now, this is in the apprentice degree, first degree, right in the beginning of Morals and Dogma. So he says, the onward march of the human race requires that the heights, and he's talking about being high, like heaven, the heights, right? Around it should blaze with notable and enduring lessons of courage. He's saying blaze, like being on fire, being light or bright. Deeds or daring dazzle history and form one class of the guiding lights of man. Here you go, the lights of man. They are the stars, calling the stars now, in coruscations. I have to stop it right there. From that of the sea of electricity. It's no doubt what he's talking about. Coruscation refers to flashes of light or sparkler and gleaming effects, often associated with sudden bursts of brightness or brilliance. So you know exactly what he's talking about. Lucifer. Right? The great sea of electricity. He's talking about the lightning and thunder of being cast down. The force inherent in the people to strive, to brave all risks, to perish, to preserve, or persevere, to be true to oneself, to grapple body to body with destiny, to the surprise defeat by the light terror it inspires, now to confront unrighteous power, now to defy intoxicated triumph. These are examples of the nation's need in the light that electrifies them.
Even angels will fall.
Lucifer and his love into the dark pit he had created.
It was not our place to interfere. Yet we chose to try and help mankind. And when we disobeyed the Creator, he punished us.
They fell unto the earth, these angels, cast out by God or tasked with watching the sons of men.
The brightest became the darkest.
Lucifer was cast out of paradise like a blazing meteor, passing through clouds that caught fire in his wake. The entire atmosphere vibrated with his fury and power, and the earth below seemed to watch in silence, distant. As he fell, fragments of the firmament broke loose.
I'm going to close it with this and a couple more clips. The Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop. As Nunas or Nimrod was worshipped as the son of his own wife, and that wife Aurora, the goddess of the dawn, like the dawn or the evening star, we see how exact the reference to Pantheon when Isaiah, speaking of the king of Babylon, who was representative, says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?" Isaiah 14:12. The marriage of Orion and Aurora, in the words, his settling up the kindler of the light, or becoming the author of fire worship. The story implies that the mother gave herself out to Aurora, not the physical sense, but the term in the mystical sense, as a woman pregnant with the light, and consequently her son was held up as the great light bringer, who enlightened the world, Lucifer, the son of the morning, who was the pretended enlightener of the souls of men. The name of Lucifer in Isaiah is very word from the Belials, one of the names of Bacchus. Evidently comes from Hallel or Halal, which signifies to irradiate or to bring light, and the equivalent to the name Tython, like Titan. We have the evidence that Lucifer, the son of Aurora of the morning, was worshipped in the very same character as Nimrod when he appeared in the new character as a little child. I can barely see that. That's why I couldn't read it as well. Well, that's it. Hope you liked the video. Let me know in the comments if you made it this far. Please comment. Let me know.
The fall seemed to last an eternity, yet was over in an instant. I crashed into a new realm, a place of shadow and flame, my new kingdom. Now I roam the earth, a shadow of what I once was, the adversary, Satan.